Hi. It turns out the legal system is a bit of a mess. Um, I've a lot of people have wronged me, so I figured, why not sue them, right? Um, but in the process, um, it seems like a good legal remedy. It seems like it's a good remedy for if somebody's done you wrong, right? To ask a judge to give you some money, right? Well, it's not quite that simple. I found out the hard way. I did about 4 or 5 main cases, maybe 6, about a half dozen. Anyways, with literally about 15 or 20 defendants. In some lawsuits, I did against a bunch of defendants at the same time. Anyways, and you would think that somebody would actually care about the truth, but it turns out that's not what happens. Um, in all my cases except for one, my GE case, I got dismissed. So I didn't even get the first base. First base is essentially they put a motion to dismiss, and then it goes up to the judge, and he says yea or nay. Okay, for all of my cases except for one, that was GE. Then there's a second base. Second base is basically after what's it called? Oh, what's that thing called? You get information, you find out the facts of the case. Then they put up, what is that? Good God. Hang on a second. Okay, discovery, sorry. Discovery. After discovery, they can put another motion to dismiss. And that one got dismissed for GE. And so third base would be a trial, and fourth base would be winning the trial. And like I said, I never got to first base except for one time. And that's a sad deal, because everybody's asking, so how'd the trial go? And I'm like, oh, what trial? It seems like you should be able to get a trial. That's what all lawsuits are about, is getting a trial. Everybody's getting them except for me. So I laugh now, but it really is a joke, what the legal system, and it's something that I shouldn't be laughing about, because it's pretty much a massive bend over job on the legal system, and that's not too pretty. It's like I make all these allegations and these motions that people are doing me wrong and maybe even trying to kill me, and I'm asking, listen, I need you to tell me that you're not trying to kill me, and in the reply, it's like I accuse you of trying to kill me, and you say, how many kids do you have? It's like that. They just change the subject. They don't just completely ignore it, and they ignore my allegation totally, and it's like nobody cares about the truth. What I've put in service is this. What I noticed in my lawsuits, starting with David Copperfield, I didn't quite realize it was the truth. It seemed like things were getting through, but it was in 2007, January 2007, that I realized that people couldn't lie to me under oath. So even despite this, it doesn't matter. I mean, imagine an incredible service like that, and people cannot lie to me under oath, right? Well, that doesn't matter if nobody's going to answer my questions. I can make any allegation, and it doesn't mean squat. I can accuse you of tripping me, and you don't have to even acknowledge it. They call it pleading a fifth, where you simply don't have to acknowledge anything. So I don't even know how people get anything done in the legal system. I mean, you got to have like what they call hard evidence. See, it doesn't matter what you accuse anybody of. You need to have like this evidence. So I'm asking policemen now, when a lady says that she's been raped, I mean, how do you know that she just didn't want to trap this guy or something? Or bad sex. It's like, how do you actually with rape? I mean, they say there's no bruising; it's just some sperm there. It's like, how do you even believe these women, right? I mean, it's it's nice if you can accuse anybody and say, listen, I need you to answer this. And that's where discovery's at. But if you don't get past first base, the discovery doesn't happen. And so there's a lot more to tell, and I'll discuss that in some of my other links. But it's a sad deal in the legal system, and I had not been given a fair shake, and I even got to a point where I was doing so many lawsuits that they sanctioned me to prevent me from filing any more cases unless I have a lawyer. And the problem is I never had enough money for a lawyer in the first place. Now, without enough money to even with no money to get a lawyer, I'm essentially have no legal remedy. So I essentially have no legal rights. So this is what the legal system has done to me. I don't. You have to make it's a sad when you go for help. You ask, lawyers will tell you, well, you can get help through these agencies, right? And they say that you need, if you don't make enough, then you can get help, free advice. And it turns out I make enough to get over that. It's like if you got to make under $8,000 a year or something in order to apply to actually be eligible for these things. The problem is I make over that, and the problem is that it takes $10,000 or $20,000 just for to start off a lawsuit with a lawyer. What's it called? A contingency fee or whatever. They want something up front to hold as a collateral for your case. It's like, so it takes $20,000, which I don't have, and I make just over the amount, the minimum for getting free help. So I have no legal remedy, no free help. No lawyer wants to handle my cases. Nobody wants to talk about this stuff, and it's really a bum deal. Anyways.